Put your brushes back in the bucket.
Get your bucket.
On the rock wall or somewhere nearby.
Byron. What happened? Is it a tough
I'm not going to
job?
tell you guys what exactly this guy is yet, but you guys can guess towards the end. First of all, we're going to talk about how long this guy was. Now, this isn't really very good to look at him to see how long he was. So I'm just going to let you guys experience that yourselves. I'm going to untie my knots. And I'm going to need 2 volunteers.
Go, Byron.
What's the help? He needs 2 volunteers.
He needs help.
2 volunteers, maybe 3. Go with Byron. You and you. I need one of you guys to hold the curtain open for me.
Take
Okay.
Caitlin, no,
One of
you
my
sit.
volunteers.
Caitlin, sit.
Okay, my other 2 volunteers. Who wants to be my runner? Okay, you raise your hand first. You get to hold this end.
You gotta hold the curtain open.
You're going to take this. You're not going to run exactly, but you're going to walk quickly until you can get that all the way stretched out. Walk right outside this room. Keep going. Give him a little bit of room, guys. You're going to come right over here. Keep going. Keep going.
That's how long the dinosaur is.
This to stretch out all the way. Okay, there we go. This is the length of this guy.
Wow.
This is about 40 feet long. So he was a really big dinosaur. 40 feet.
How long, Byron?
Okay, thank you, Byron, for holding the curtain.
Wow. Come on. He said thank you.
Now, he was 40 feet long. How tall do you think he was? 48? Any other guesses? How tall do you think he was? 40 feet long, how tall?
Alza la mano, Buyo, you know.
I'd probably say at 150.
150?
Hey, how tall do you think he was? How tall do you think he was?
I'll give you a hint. This guy was, he was on all 4 legs. He kind of walked like a cow almost. 160 feet tall. Any other guesses? 45. Any other guesses? Last minute. Okay, these are all a little over. This guy only is about 23 feet tall.
Oh, wow.
23 feet tall. It was still pretty massive for our standards. And seeing how big he was, how much do you think he weighed?
Wow.
2 tons.
2 tons?
You can sit down right there.
You guys are all a little too low. This guy was 7 tons.
Wow.
So he was quite a bit. He was about maybe 3 or 4 cars. Weighed about 3 or 4 cars altogether.
Hey, Nicky and Samantha.
So he was pretty big.
Guys.
Now, if you look at him, this isn't like a full fossil of one, because this guy has never been found in a full fossil. They've never found a complete fossil of this dinosaur. They just pieced them together. So this is part of the piece. And over in that back corner, you guys uncovered that. That's actually part of his tail. And I'm guessing if you guys look at this more, you'll be able to figure out what it is. You guys want to guess what kind of dinosaur you think it is? Sorry? Stegasaurus. This is a Stegasaurus. Yep. Good job.
Good job, Byron.
Now, what do you look at to see if it's a Stegosaurus? It says that exactly. These right here are called the osteoderms. These are plates on the Stegosaurus back. And the cool thing about these is they were never attached to his spine. They were just kind of stuck in his skin. There was nothing attaching them to his spine. So they weren't really there for defensive reasons. One of the best guesses they had is that it was either there for mating, to make himself look pretty, or it was there to keep him cool or warm during the season, to circulate blood so that he could keep cool or warm. Those were some of the best guesses they had. And then over back here, one of you guessed. You who guessed about this being the eye back here? Yeah, okay. This isn't exactly his eye, no. This is like at the base of his tail. And when they found one of these fossilized, it was actually a ball of hair, the stuff you have throughout your body. And a lot of scientists thought it was a second brain for this guy. Because no matter how big this guy was and how awesome he was, his brain is missing. His brain was about the size of a walnut. It was about this big. Really small brain. So they thought maybe he had a second brain at the base of his tail to help himself move around, but they found out that was wrong. It was just there to help send different signals out. So that was never really right about that. But since he had such a small brain, and because he was so big, he wasn't really active. He would go very slow. I compared him to a cow earlier because they actually think that this guy was a grazing animal. He'd walk around with his head down and just eat the grass on the ground. He would never lift up to eat plants or trees or anything. He'd just be right on the ground. So looking at his tail over there, over here you'll see these little spikes right here. And every Stegosaurus had spikes on its tail. What do you guys think they use those for? For weapons, right? In defense. Tyron, have any guesses? Protection, right. This guy would use his tail, and since he was kind of slow, if like the Velociraptor, those little guys up there, came after chasing him, he wouldn't have much to protect himself. So if he just moved his tail around and he'd hit him, and that could. They say that the force of his tail could break a T-Rex leg in one swipe.
Wow.
So it's a pretty powerful tail. But looking over here, there's another thing. If you look at his mouth, you can't see any teeth, right? So what does that tell you? What do you think he ate? Ghost? Gum? Come on, Byron. Plant eater, right. Do you know what that is? Do you know what plant eater is called? Vegetarian.
So cute.
Starts with an H. Herbivore, right. This guy's a herbivore. Now the other type of animal is called carnivore. Those they eat meat. You know what's called when you eat both meat and plants, like humans do? It's called an omnivore. A little vocabulary lesson for you guys. You guys have any questions about this guy?
El bullo le contestó todas
You
las
guys have any
preguntas.
other questions about this guy?
Any other questions?
Byron.
Bones? I'm not sure the exact count, but he had a lot more than we do. Humans start off with about 300 bones in their bodies when they're born, and by the time they get adulthood, they have about 206 left in their body.
Anything else?
Any other questions?
Byron, you have any questions?
Aaron?
Taylor, you wait till you get back to your grandmother. You're not going to college anymore. Never fear.
It could happen that way. The plates might get stuck in the T-Rex's mouth or something. But I'm sure they would be smart around because they'd know enough to eat around them, or if they didn't eat them, they were kind of small. So those two big, some of the bigger ones right here might cause an issue, but I'm sure the T-Rex could swallow them. I'm not sure how old this one was. I want to say Triassic period, 50 million years ago. I'm not sure though. But I actually have something that might tell you that, so I'm going to